recording, huh?
Yeah.
That's what it said. All right, so, hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Kea, and I'm with Three Rivers Youth. I am a health insurance navigator. And I like to stress, I am not a broker. So I'm not going to sell you anything. I can't sell you anything. I don't want to sell you anything because I want to be your friend. And brokers are not friends because they charge us a whole bunch of money, right? So the basis of this really is your prescription drug coverage through Medicare. We can also do a quick, brief, basic Q&A about your Medicare. And like I tell people, I don't know every answer, but I'll find out the answer if you give me a few days. Because beyond that, Medicare is a tricky subject. It's a convoluted subject, and none of us want to have to pay an astronomical amount of money for our prescription drugs. And I tell this story about how I got involved in this project. My grandmother, she was diabetic, and this is about 15 years ago. She couldn't afford her insulin, and I used to take her money to Giant Eagle and get her insulin, her PACE card, the PACE card, and she would spend so much money on medication. It was ridiculous. Whereas, how do you eat, right? You're tired of eating raw noodles because it makes your blood pressure spike. So that's what got me doing what I do now. One thing about me is I came from EPMC. So EPMC for many, many, many years. So I know a lot about insurance. That's why I'm not a broker. I want to help people. I don't want to say, okay, give me all the security check. You still can't afford your insulin. So I do know that there's questions that you guys have about Medicare, which I have a nice sheet of Q&A, so I'm prepared to answer them. I also have a friend who's supposed to join us who can also discuss food bank options. Like if anybody's interested in the food bank, we can get you signed up with the food bank. We can get you signed up with SNAP. So like I said, we're here to help. So, anybody have any questions for me to start? My friend, what's your name?
Wayne.
Okay, I just want to call you by your name. So thank you, Wayne.
I've heard these stories about where I'm not deliberately vague, but that if I don't sign up for something, I don't know if I'm already signed up. I guess I'm 64.
You're 64. When are you 65?
November. And I'm collecting Social Security, so I'm assuming I'll already be signed into Medicaid or Medicare or whatever. But I'll need additional coverage. I think that's what we're here for. What you're here to know. But some people told me that there's a certain amount of time before I actually collect Medicare that I have to do something. I don't know if it applies to me because I'm already signed up for it more or less when I turn that age, or if they're talking about the supplement that I need before I get that age.
For individuals who are, so what are you collecting now, your Social Security?
Yes.
What type of medical do you have?
I have health insurance through my former employer.
Cobra?
I don't think it's called that. I work at the Postal Service and I have that.
So you already have, so you have that insurance through your former employer?
Yes.
So essentially, there's a waiver that you would have to do.
Can you speak a little louder?
Okay, there's a waiting period for you. So you'll want to start that in September.
And I'm assuming I would call Aetna or.
Well, you want to call first, we're going to send you something in the mail.
Okay.
Have you got anything in the mail from Social Security?
No.
Okay.
Nothing other than when I got when I signed up. You figure what your amount is for a lot of things.
And you haven't tried to collect early Medicare?
No.
Okay.
So
So
I'm
you'll
paying $600 a month or whatever for my health care through the Postal Service. Hopefully, whatever supplements I get will be less. I just want to make sure I sign up at the right time.
60 days prior to your 60th birthday. That's when you'll start your process, 60 days prior to. And then even so, they may also be proactive. And I'm just getting my notes, so I'm sorry. They may also be proactive and send you something in the mail. So in 2022, and I'm not quite sure when it started, but they're sending envelopes up. Anybody get an envelope about their Social Security when it started? Is anybody already on Social Security?
coughing like crazy.
Just Social Security. We buy our own insurance through UPMC.
Why is this muted?
Hello, this is Joe. I want to let you know we lost the audio online.
I forgot where.
Me too.
All right, can you hear us now?
Yes,
All right, apologize for that. Okay.
that's all right.
Was there a question?
No, it's just that I had to get the sound a little bit better and then I accidentally muted myself.
Okay.
So I think we're good now.
Okay, so yeah, 60 days prior to is when you want to start, if you do not get something in the mail from them. Let me do one more set of notes. As you all probably know, there is a monthly fee that comes out of your Social Security check for that.
You have to sign up.
That's based off of your income.
Who keeps muting this?
It's not you, so I wouldn't worry about it. I think it's them since they came on already.
My social security is 66 and a half,
Mhm.
and if I don't take it until then, when I sign up for Medicare,
They're going to either one or the other. So it has to come out of your Social Security check. And it's possible, and again, this is what I've heard, because the rules changed, that they may bill you. But I've never seen anybody get a bill. Somehow they get people to pull it out somehow. So if you're still want to keep on working, I've seen it to where they have attached your wage. And again, I've seen it, and it's a case-by-case basis. And again, that 144 is based off of your income. If you're married, it can also come off of that income as well, but your resources are not counted.
But hopefully I'll get something in the mail approximately 2 months before I'm eligible. And that may give me the prompts that I need to follow.
Yes, everybody should get something 2 months prior to. If you say, hey, it's 2 months, where's it at? And I hate to say this, you have to call Social Security.
And that office is right down the street from where I live anyway. I can walk.
Are they open now?
They weren't when I qualified for Social Security, but that's over 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So I think they should be now, but I'm glad you said that. I'll make sure I call before I just show up there door and ask for help. Hopefully I won't have to. You already answered one question. My liability, I'll be alerted
Mhm.
and as to when I need to act.
Correct.
That was actually my biggest concern. How do we know what the program was? There's so many different insurance supplements out there. And I'm sure you're going to cover that with the prescriptions.
Yeah, the prescriptions are one entity. As far as the different insurances are concerned, I'm not going to cover that. And the reason why I'm not going to cover that is because that's a broker question. Different, and to be unbiased per se, I can't compare UPMC and Highmark.
Okay.
UPMC and Highmark.
So in other words, I can call that and say, well, here's the time. What do you offer? whether it be dental or whatever. What I'm trying to figure out is what I would gain from that, as opposed to just keeping my insurance. If my insurance now would be the same amount that the supplement would be, then I'm even more confused about why we even need a supplement. But my understanding is that I should save some money.
I guarantee you it won't be $600.
Okay, great.
Because you'll see closer to Medicare open enrollment that everybody broadcasts.
Okay, see,
Right, how much you're not gonna pay.
okay.
Yes,
Will you cover the different kinds of plans for us,
in regards to,
like the HMO, the PPO? Can you do that? Can you tell us?
hold on a second, I can, and I have to be careful, because even though I'm a licensed sister, I'm a licensed broker. You see what I mean? I can base it off of my knowledge that I know of insurance, but I can't say, hey, this is what you want.
I don't want.
But I can base it off of my own personal knowledge. How about that? Okay.
Can't ask more than that.
No.
Yeah. Right, and because,
Conflict of interest.
and that's the thing, and because I'm licensed, like through the state of Pennsylvania Insurance Department, my license follows me as one thing. And like, if you say, hey, Kea told me I should go to UPMC because UPMC is going to give you cash back and you're not going to charge me this, that's my job. So I can't say, hey, do this or do that, but I can tell you most certainly the difference.
Okay. That's basically,
Yeah.
well, there's so much, it's just so.
As far as your Advantage plan is concerned.
Any of the plans.
Okay. Well, basically speaking, I can go over what I know basic.
Okay.
But we'll cross each individual path if you have a question about that. Okay.
You don't want to get ahead of it.
It's okay. Hey, it is all good. Trust me when I tell you that. You're welcome. I'm so easy to go wrong with. You might call me, hey, Kea, over that. Anybody else have a question before we just jump into a very informal conversation?
You always sign up for Medicare, unless you're, except taking your social security.
That's in my opinion. Are you working right now?
Yeah, but just like 30 hours a week, I'm not taking their insurance, it's about at a restaurant.
Can I talk to you afterwards?
Yeah.
You have insurance now?
Mhm.
I'll talk to you afterwards.
Okay.
I'll see if I can help you. How about that?
Okay.
So that's another thing. If there's a question that you don't want to answer because of the maybe income base, we can talk afterwards. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
Is there contact information give us so we can contact you?
Yeah. Do you still have my card on your email? Can you print it out for me, please?
Your card? Yeah, I can try.
Or do you have my actual business
I have
card?
your actual card.
Can you copy it?
Yeah.
Thank you. And then you fill it into the,
I'm gonna run through that right now, so.
to the message. Cyberboard, that word. I'm not computer savvy. I have a 24-year-old daughter who doesn't buy from a computer, so please forgive me. All right, so basics of Medicare is 65 and older, right? Medicare will cover your hospitalization, verbal medical, but again, there's a premium. And you always have to think about that. Now, if you're under 65, my friend, see me afterwards, okay? Because for you, it could go into a financial situation. Like as of right now, as we speak now, because I may have a question for this person.
Okay.
Okay. So we have basic Medicare and we have Medicare Advantage, right? Your Medicare Advantage is your supplement. When you hear people talk about supplements, that's what it is. So the supplement's going to cover anything extra that Medicare doesn't pay. And that's when you get into your UPMCs, your Aetnas, and your Highmarks. So you want to have a supplement because you don't want to be any questions about that?
Hello, this is Joe.
The Advantage isn't Medicare.
Medicare Advantage is like your supplement.
That's what the supplement's called.
That's what it's known as, a supplement. Yes. So
Okay.
you already get Medicare, right?
Right.
What else do you have besides Medicare?
I have, I'm on.
That's your supplement. So, commercials, you know, you see commercials, they'll say UPMC for Life Advantage. Or Highmark Choice Advantage.
It's no different than just regular health insurance that I had before. Right?
What
Okay.
doesn't Medicare cover?
Prescriptions,
Dental, I mean, anything like that?
doesn't cover dental. Prescriptions.
I'm trying to make it so, you know, I don't,
No, I'm just trying to do like, just examples that may not pertain to you guys.
Eye care?
You want to use your advantage for that.
Okay, thank you.
I have a client, and I'm going to speak in real life. I have a client who's 69 years old, okay? And he's a drug addict, okay? And again, it may not pertain to you, but this is an example of things that aren't covered. He goes to the methadone clinic, it's not covered. His prescription plan doesn't cover it either. If he were to go to rehab, it's not covered. So the question is, how does he get it covered? He probably can't get it covered. Unless he wants to pay out of pocket. Because once you're on Medicare, you're not able to get a private paid plan. Okay? So let's say we're gonna go, and if you guys are, for my under 65 people, if you go through Petty, the exchange program, which is, I work with Petty, if you go through the exchange program. So let's say you're 65 years old, come January 1st, hypothetically, and you're on Penny, December 31st, right? Weird numbers. You're getting kicked off of Penny, or the exchanges they call it, because you can't be on both. So 65 and older, pretty much you're not going to get a private pay coverage. You have to go to Medicare. Does that answer your question? If you're
My mom had something else, but it didn't pay for a dental or, last week, it paid for vision, but it didn't pay for dental prescriptions.
then that's when you want to get your prescription coverage.
is the supplemental considered private pay?
It is. That's where you get your UPMCs, all these commercials that we see on Medicare enrollment. And it all depends on what you get.
So if I have, in this case, the supplemental that I'll have would be private pay, but it wouldn't affect the Medicare.
No, because that's what it's there for.
And the health program I have now, when I'm on Medicare, would void.
It should void.
Yeah.
It really should void, because hopefully, I don't know about the coverage that you have now, but hopefully you shouldn't need 3 coverages. What that is, it's just a matter of reading.
Would they automatically cut off my pay for healthcare?
They should. I can't give you yesterday, but based off of me working at UPMC for 4 years, they should.
Okay.
It should void, and if it doesn't void, then somebody might be in trouble.
So that is going to say, hey, come your birthday, when you're 65, we're not covering you anymore, basically, until, I don't know if that has an advantage plan or not, but I'm going to go sit, well, I'll just call them up and say, I'm going to be 65 come November
November what?
24th.
So Medicare is going to cover the effective November 1.
Okay.
I'm still getting information for 2022, by the way, people. So if you want to leave me your contact information, as I still get information for 2022 and even going into 2023, some of you all, I'll keep you updated. But if I can remember, based off of my UPLC experience, you get cut off the last day of the month prior to your 65th birthday, and Medicare will pick you up the first day of the month, because that's overlapping coverage.
Right. Like Social Security did. I'm lucky I don't have any prescriptions.
Well, we're going to get to that.
But I still won't need my teeth, my eyes.
That's your advantage, right?
So I don't just think I could skip through without.
No, and you know what? I wish I could, because I think about my dental work right now, and I'm glad you can't skip it, because right now a root canal is $1,700, and it crowns my routine, so you can pull me. But yeah. So any more questions on this side? Okay. So 65 and over is when you get your Medicare, and you choose your supplement. I strongly would encourage you choosing your supplement, so you don't get stuck with the eye care, the dental. Hi, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Good. You don't get stuck with your vision, and your vision. One thing that I do recommend is that you just read. It's just a lot of information to read what they say. Yeah, so which goes into your prescription coverage. Part A and Part B does not cover prescription coverage. That's your most basic Medicare. So that's where you either go to your prescription coverage, or then you really come to me to discuss Medicare savings plan. Do you have a Medicare savings plan? The one who gets Medicare? Oh, hell. You're on Medicare already, right?
Yes.
You have a Medicare savings plan?
Yeah.
So you have extra help?
No, I have what is it? I have Medicare, which
Yeah,
covers
Medicare.
everything. There
Okay,
are no
you never,
deductibles, no co-pays,
okay. And you never go to the donut hole with your prescriptions?
not yet.
Okay,
I've never run into that, but my prescriptions aren't that much, maybe less than $100 a month.
okay, that's great.
But I have a prescription plan that Caremark, CVS
Oh,
Caremark,
CVS, mhm.
which is I think $12 a month that pays for my prescription.
Okay,
Or part of it.
so you're wondering what we're talking about right now, and that's your prescription plan. One thing that I truly specialize in, and I can answer all these questions, is the Extra Help program. The Extra Help program is set in place to make sure you do not fall into the donut hole. And the donut hole, this goes back to my grandma having diabetes, is whenever she has to pay out of pocket because she reached a certain amount on her prescription coverage. And now, because that was like 15 years ago, I don't know how often I've heard somebody go to the donut hole, but it happens. And the worst thing that can happen to you is you're not able to afford a very important medication. So the Extra Help program, it does go towards your prescription coverage. That's based off of your income as well. And if you qualify for that Extra Help program, then more than likely you qualify, and you're more than likely to income-based situation for the Medicare savings plan, which would then pay for your Medicare deductible. Right, you know, somebody's a question about that. For sake of money.
No, but it just got me to thinking. I just filed my taxes, and I think when I pay for medical deductibles, well, I don't have that deduction anymore. So my income, I mean, I might find myself in a higher bracket. I might pay $7,000 or $8,000 a year for health insurance.
You might.
Yeah, that just occurred to me. Which, hey, you know, the heat is coming to get you going, but at the same time, I'll still be saving anywhere by not paying as much for my medical than I would.
Right.
Whatever tax bracket I bump up into.
Right, you most certainly will. But in the same regard, I'm not going to ask everybody, hey, how much do you make? How much do you make? How much do you make? Because that's not my business right now. But of course, you can tell me if you want to sidebar with me at the end of the presentation, because somebody may qualify for this Extra Help program. We don't want to see that happen.
What's the limit for the, like, what, how little would I have to make?
44 a month. And that's based off of 2022's numbers. If you have resources, a single person.
The 1444 pretty much basically just Social Security. In most cases, I would say, because that's about what I'm getting a month of Social Security. I have a small pension from the post office. What we over that.
Okay, let me stand corrected. $1444.49. So when your handout, this one right here, this is PA Pennsylvania Health Law Project. And your handout on the second page is what it pertains to you. So for full subsidy on that, my friend, do you need a handout?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Sorry, so.
Oh,
Do we have an extra one? Okay. Thank you. Did you need this one
I
here?
don't need any.
All right. You're welcome. Right here. This one. Yeah. Okay. You're welcome. So we're going to reference two different ones. We're going to reference define your level of extra care, which also gives you the beautiful envelopes that they may send you. And we want to reference this on the second page. And down to the bottom where it says the Medicare Part B Extra Help, the full subsidy is $1444.9. So $1,449 for single individuals. And when it says resources right beside it, for full subsidy, we're looking at resources. It could be your savings, CDs. Right here. So we're looking right here.
Okay.
It could be any CDs. It's not going to ask you about your house if you know your house, but CDs, IRAs maybe. Stocks, bonds, it'll ask you about that. And that's the amount that you can have for single individual. They'll calculate everything to see where you're at. But that's the full amount for the full stuff. You guys have any questions about that? And I think there might be a question on the board right here. Let's see. Earlier, what you guys were talking about. I am 70,
Yeah.
I'm still working.
Here's the thing.
I have
We
many
have more
people in
than
my
this,
company.
This is for people that don't have.
Yes, or is that just this? I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know.
You just have to make sure.
I don't want to
the
see.
system. And good supplement.
Any questions about this?
You have to sign up for Medicare. Does it happen for Part D? Does that happen automatically?
It's sign up, but I can sign it up if you sign up.
It's not on my card.
Okay. See, we'll talk afterwards, and I'll sign it up today.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else? He's on med, is that your husband? I don't want to assume, I didn't want to assume, I'm sorry, you're on Medicare, right?
Yeah.
We can sign it, well, you can take a look at that, if you want to sign up for extra help as a precaution. Okay, good stuff.
I'm fine.
So we
All
don't
right.
need this.
You just need to listen with me.
Well, you know what, isn't that good?
It
Because
is.
I tend to stumble, so, you know.
Two extra years are good.
Yeah. Okay. Any question about that? No, so we still good? Okay, so pretty much with the extra help, and again, we'll talk about this separately probably, now that you signed up today. I'm gonna pass this out to you guys, if you don't mind. You can just take a look about this is the extra help screening. We can just go over it actually. Or if you want a copy of it, I'll give you a copy of it. But when it comes to resources, what it's asking you for resources and income, because the question was where to consider resources, right? I'll pass this great piece of paper out to you guys. You have bank accounts, checking, savings, and CDs, IRAs, like we mentioned, stocks and bonds, cash in hand, which I have no cash, so on my card. And I say that seriously, because when they say cash in hand, it really makes you wonder, do you mean what's in my wallet right now? Or what's in my checking account, which is a different line item? So that's always a question to me, and I'm still trying to get clarification because I don't know. Because if somebody says to me, you have cash in hand, I have $10, what's in your checking account? I have whatever amount of dollars. So pick and choose your battle. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. When they ask you that question, just if you just mean what I have, period, just say how much money do you have? Non-resident property, which goes into maybe your rental. Some people have boats, and they pay your boat, what the worth of your boat is, or the trailer on your van that you use when you drive out to the beach and stuff. So that's what they mean by non-resident property. Life insurance, cash value. Does it count? No. Do you want it to count? Your broker will answer that question for you. Because all the time it doesn't have to count, okay? Because they're not going to take your life insurance policy if you need help paying for prescription drugs. So just ask them a question. Because what we can do is, and that's part 2 of this segment, is signing up for the Medicare Savings Plan, which will pay for your Medicare premium, the Part A and B that Social Security takes out of your check each month, and also your extra help will be paid for as well. So they look at that. So if they can't pay fully, they may say, okay, the life insurance is based off of X, Y, and Z, which may give you a copay on the extra help. It's not going to be astronomical to your insurance. I'll let you know that. And I know, okay, it's equal to that, but it may also just maybe, please don't put me, maybe a $10 copay or whatever it may be. And also any vehicles. No, they're not going to use your vehicle if you can't pay your prescription coverage. They just want to know, hey, is this person had money funds? Maybe you have a Lamborghini, but say you're broke. So that's how they look at that, which people do. I know somebody who got divorced and had a brand new Lexus. So people do.
There is a question in the chat now.
I have to sign up for Part A, but since I am on company consultation, I was told I do not have to purchase supplemental coverage. That is correct. You don't have to, but you can. Well, no, Part D is only, no, Part D wouldn't qualify. But in this case, Part D is not going to qualify because you're still working. Don't forget, Part D income per month, it's not going to help you at all. But there might be a different type of prescription drug coverage. So Part D may not be the best example in this case.
Oops.
I don't. And then this is our last piece of the Medicare Part D. Is this from right here. And this is find your level of extra help. And these are just examples, so don't quote this document, but it goes with examples. But this goes into the envelopes that Social Security may have for you, like different envelopes. Like let's say you might have somebody who, and one of my clients, she gets Social Security. I'm just trying to give this without too much information. Her income is less than $1,000, so she's less than $1,000. She has an envelope that says, "Hey, so this different envelope coming. You may qualify for extra help." So she and then tells her to fill out the form attached and put it in back in that envelope. So look out for that as well. Keep in mind that extra help can be taken from you as well. When it's taken from you is if they say, hey, cashed in a $50 million, and I use astronomical. You cashed in a $50 million CD 2 years ago. We're the government, we can find out. They have our business, they know what color our shoes are. They're going to take probably everything you have in that type of example. So they'll take your extra help. They might even increase your premium, which is very well possible. They might even increase your premium. So the key here is transparency whenever it comes to your Part D. The key word is be transparent.
What is Part D?
What we're talking about right now, your prescription drug coverage. So don't forget you have A and B, which is your basic Medicare. And everybody, this is my great friend Dionna. She's going to discuss with you food bank options as well. But your Part B is your prescription drug coverage.
You're saying D or
D, I'm sorry, D is in dog. So we're going to talk about that sidebar. But it's the same as your extra help. So you have regular Medicare, which is A and B. C is your supplement. UPMC, the Aetna, the Medigap. That's your Part C. And then your final component is your Part B, which is your prescription coverage.
I'm a lot more confident going into this now. Simplify.
Good, I'll make sure you have my card.
Kind of narrow things.
Yeah, or a copy of something with my phone number. Me too. Anybody else have any questions? I'm gonna give you my phone number as well. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give this, because you're going into it, right?
Mhm.
So I'll make sure we can get something maybe with your email addresses, your name and email addresses, that's okay? And I'll email you guys. Or you can email me also prior to the investment questions that you have.
how do you spell your name?
KEA. And my last name is HARDAWAY. I have the card right here. Anybody else have questions? All right, well, I'm gonna let Dionna speak with you. Any questions?
Good afternoon, everyone. How are you?
Great.
Just fine, thanks.
Okay, so thank you. Made a mad dash and diver right off the parkway. Wasn't too hard to get here. So I'm Dionna Rojas, and I'm from the Greater Pittsburgh Food Bank. And I am a Community Connections Partnership Coordinator and just a long reinvented term for SNAP Outreach Coordinator. That's what I do. And so what I do is I come out to the community and I answer questions around SNAP. Is everyone familiar with SNAP? Yeah.
That's a state thing.
Yes, ma'am. So it historically was called food stamps. And they reshot the name so that it lands a little bit better out in the community. But one of my jobs is to explain what SNAP is essentially and what it was supposed to be, what it's actually what's always been. It's a supplemental nutritional assistance program. So SNAP, if you think of when you go into your stores and you get the discount cards, essentially that's what SNAP is. You're just getting a discount ahead of time on the card that you can apply to your food. So that doesn't land like what most people think of food, right? A lot of folks conflate food stamps with cash assistance, and that's something completely different. That's when you're unable to work and the government gives you an allotment on your card, monthly allowance to help support your family. SNAP is not that. However, people who are on cash assistance automatically qualify for SNAP because their income is low enough. But most of SNAP recipients are working individuals. So that's why it's a supplemental program. The idea is not to pay for the whole food bill, but to actually help supplement your grocery bill costs. Okay. And so the way it works is if you're 60 and over, you only have to apply every 3 years. We call it recertification. And 4 years' time, we don't determine at the food bank how much your monthly allotment is. That is something that the county assistance office makes that determination. But what we do is we can help you sign up either over the phone or after presentations like this. I brought my trusty laptop, so if anyone's interested, I can help you sign up after I finish the presentation. So for folks who are under 60, and that's 59 and under, you have to be certified every 6 months. And so a lot of people don't realize that you can be a homeowner and still apply for SNAP and qualify. Okay, so you can have assets and still qualify. It's based off of your monthly income and the household size and monthly income. For seniors 60 and over, if your monthly income for one person is more than $2,148, then that's the max you can make. If it's two persons, you add $750 to that, so it's like $2,800. Okay. We also assist with signing you up for LIHEAP, and there's also a new crisis for water assistance. So if you're in any type of risk of having your water terminated, or you need to make up for that, it's called LWAP, and it kind of operates the same as LIHEAP. So there's a grant funding that they will submit to the water bill for you, and it'll cut down that balance that's owed on the water bill. Okay. We also can assist you in a different way with medical assistance, where Kea helps with pinning. We can help for those who need to sign up for regular medical assistance. We can also help you to do that. In all of our services, we can help you over the phone. So there is a 1-800 number you can call, and we can assist you with that. And so some of the other additional services that don't necessarily go with my job, but I'm super excited about. Has anybody ever been to the food bank in UK? Have you been there recently? Oh my goodness, you're just gonna knock the socks off. So we had this huge campaign to renovate, and we've been working remotely. This was pre-pandemic, and so we're still gonna work remotely a little bit, but we're coming back in slowly. Whole front is completely redone. And so if you remember to repack, you would go to volunteer and pack the boxes, all that's completely different. And we have our new pantries. So we're located in Q+A. So if you just take Wasatch straight down and come up with the other way, you can't get to us that far. There's probably gonna be a press release about it. I almost went live on my phone, but I said I might get in trouble, so I didn't do it. But the pantry is phenomenal. It's like a Trader Joe's meets Whole Foods shop through experience. So literally set up like a grocery store. It's called The Market. And so that is, I believe, is going to open in April. It's going to be fantastic. And that's going to be Monday through Friday. And so for folks who are used to the pantry experience, or if you volunteer at pantries, or you receive food from the pantry yourself, you know, because the pantries are run by wonderful volunteers, the hours are they're not always long, so you work. It's hard to get to it. This is going to be a 9-to-5 operation for some people. So that's the nice thing about that. So most folks from this side of town will be able to go over and grab what they need. So those are some of the offerings that we have. If anyone's interested, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I'm here to answer the best of my ability.
I have a question real quick,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
The maximum for a single person over 64?
For SNAP is $2,148.
What's that age might be on?
That's for 60 and over.
60 and over.
Mhm.
That's good, 'cause I never knew that. And there's so
Yeah.
many people who are
The
60
max,
and after, less than that.
the max for single 59 and under is like 17 something, 17, 18 or something like that. It's a lot of people will actually qualify and don't know. If anyone has college age students at home, as long as they're over the age of 23, if they're in your home, it's a matter of you just filling out a purchase and prepare forms showing that you prepare the meal separately, they can actually apply for SNAP. If they're on campus though, and they have a meal plan, they will disqualify them, but if they're off campus housing, they can't qualify. So just mindful that if anyone has any young adults that could use some benefit while they're on campus, we know college students typically are learning to balance the checkbooks and things, so money may run out quickly. This is another way for them to kind of supplement some of their food as well. Questions? Well, I am out, I don't have, we did a whole rebranding, which is why I have my flannel on, because I have the old logo on the back of my t-shirt, so I don't wanna, try to make sure I'm following rules out in public. But I can give you my number. My number is 412-618. That's not gonna ever stop, which right, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I'm gonna give you the extension. 412-460-3663. Extension 506. And my name is Dionna, so it's Donna with an I. And the last name is Rojas, Rojas. And the toll-free number for our call center, and that's where you can get connected to everything, is 833-822-7627. And we service all of the whole southwestern corridor of PA, with the exception of Westmoreland. They have their own standalone food bank, but we do partner with them. So if anyone's from Westmoreland, we just connect them to the Westmoreland. Well, thank you folks for listening. And please, those who are familiar, please come down. Give it about April. I'm so proud of it. You even thought it was like I did an HGTV moment or something. I'm like, this is fantastic. So please come down and see. The shop is in a different spot now too. We have a community kitchen and everything now. That's really cool.
That's Lisa Scales. and-
Yes, yeah, yes, sir. Mhm.
On TV all the time.
Any more questions?
Yeah, I was going to stop the recording, and then if anyone wanted to ask a question in the chat for you,
So somebody wants to?
yeah, if someone wants to, we can do that. But I'm going to stop the recording now for everyone. Okay.